Hello everybody, welcome to Suzuka. We have 5 rounds of this 2022 World Championship to go, and Sergio Perez is still trying to keep his teammate Max Verstappen in sight in the World Championship. Well, Ferrari it is who are on pole again here, just like they were in Singapore. Carlos Sainz once again the pole sitter. Sergio Perez though has outqualified Max Verstappen only by the 1 position, but every little helps as he tries to keep his teammate in sight in the World Championship. Charles Leclerc, he had high hopes of pole, but eventually dropped off and only qualifies in 4th place, so slightly disappointing for him. Some good news finally from Mercedes though, because recently they've only been going in one direction, and that is backwards. And although they haven't set the world alight and they're not back up mixing it with the Red Bulls and Ferraris today, Lewis Hamilton is 5th and George Russell is 7th. So that's much better than I think it was 11th and 12th on the grid in Singapore. So Mercedes at least going in the right direction and hopefully on for some decent haul of points today. Pierregasly, one of his outstanding weekends, 6th on the grid in the AlphaTauri. And still no announcement of whether he is going to stay next year. There's still, I think, 4 seats undecided. I think where it's Gasly's is one of them. I think the 2 Williams seats and the Haas seat of Kevin Magnussen. They're still the ones that the drivers haven't decided whether they're staying or going. There's a few more seats available for drivers that have already announced to go, but there's been no news for quite a few weeks, and that continues this weekend. Remember, George Russell in particular is without a drive for next season, so yeah, we remain to see how that goes. Anything that's not sorted out in the main season will be sorted out in the off season, and then when we eventually get to the 2023 version of the 2022 Evo, and we'll find out then if everything hasn't been sorted by the end of the season. So then, Carlos Sainz on pole position for Ferrari. Ferrari looking to get a win. They haven't managed it recently, have they? And they're going to try it now today. Sainz off the line well, and Perez looking for a way to get through. And Verstappen is blocked by the Ferrari, and Perez goes through, and Verstappen is under threat from Charles Leclerc there, and Charles Leclerc muscles his way past the Red Bull. So it's gone instantly from being Ferrari 1-4 and Red Bull 2-3 to Red Bull 1-4 and Ferrari 2-3. But this is really going to hurt Max Verstappen because he could lose 13 points to his teammate today, and the Ferraris are really struggling for pace in this early stage of the Grand Prix. Perez is getting away quite nicely. Leclerc trying to fight his way past his teammate Sainz. Realistically, if Ferrari want to win this race, they should be letting Leclerc go, but they just don't seem to want to do it. I mean, Leclerc's going to Mercedes next year. They've got no reason to do him any favours, but if they want to win the race, then they should be doing that, because Leclerc at the moment is the Mercedes with more pace, we feel. But Perez at the moment comfortable in the lead, and then it's Sainz in 2nd, Leclerc in 3rd, and Max Verstappen in 4th place. No change further down the order. Hamilton still, Gasly, Russell, Ocon still ahead of Alonso. Bottas has found his way past Lance Stroll, and he is up into 10th place. So Gasly under a little bit of pressure from George Russell, but not overly. And the Ferraris are having a bit more of a go at one another now, but it all boils down. The Ferraris have caught up to Perez again. So now, having struggled in the early stages, Ferrari appear to have crafted a bit more pace, and they're looking much stronger. And I think George Russell has got past Pierre Gasly there. So, something did happen that chicane. And Mercedes now running 5 and 6. Sainz is trying to have a little bit of a look at Sergio Perez. There's a 2-lap race. We're halfway through it. And Sainz wants to try to get that lead back that he lost at the start. Verstappen, I think, has made a little bit of an error there, and he's coming under pressure from Lewis Hamilton. I don't know if Mercedes can sustain that, because they're still not quick, but they're just quicker than they have been. But I don't know if Lewis will be able to apply any pressure to Max. He's sort of on his tail, but I think once Max refines his stride, that will soon be over. But look at Sainz now, because Sainz is really starting to press Sergio Perez for the victory here. Carlos Sainz, he wants to try to take the victory for Ferrari. He has a look, but Perez holds on for now, and there's just a bit over half a lap to go as we come down towards the Spoon, and Perez at the Spoon still leads this Grand Prix. Sainz not really too close, but this is where a lot of the moves are made down the straight, and over the 130R into the final chicane. Let's see if Sainz can pull off something. Perez still trying to hold on, but Sainz is now giving him a battle. Leclerc has backed off to let Sainz go for it, and Sainz has every opportunity here down to the chicane. Will he make the move? He's alongside Perez, trying his hardest to fight it, and he does fight it, and Sainz a bit lucky not to lose his front wing, but it's not over yet. Sainz is coming back at him. He's got a bit more power. Can Perez hold on? Can he hold on? He does, I think. Yes, he does. So Sergio Perez wins the race, gains 13 points on his teammate Max Verstappen in the World Championship. The gap is still a race win, but only just. And look at Sainz still trying to pass his way past, find his way past Perez there. I think a little bit of shithousery going on there. So Perez, 26 points, only just over a win behind his teammate Max Verstappen now. There's 4 races to go. It's still possible. Nobody else mathematically can do it now. So it's all between those 2 Red Bull drivers. Sergio Perez winning the Japanese Grand Prix. Carlos Sainz finishes in 2nd. Charles Leclerc 3rd. Max Verstappen 4th. Mercedes had the solid weekend that they needed. No pace, really, compared to the front runners, but solid enough. Lewis Hamilton 5th. George Russell 6th. Pierre-Gasly had a good qualifying and only lost a position to George Russell in the race. Finishes 7th in the AlphaTauri. Esteban Ocon 8th for Alpine. Out-qualified and outraced his teammate Fernando Alonso, who finishes 9th. And Valtteri Bottas takes the final point in 10th for Alfa Romeo. So let's have a look at the Drivers' Championship. Verstappen on 279. Perez on 253. And look how close it is between the Ferraris and the Mercedes. And if Mercedes are finding some confidence and developing their way forward again, they might just be able to compete with Ferrari in the final few races, because if they can't, Ferrari have basically got it. Leclerc on 175, Sainz on 173, and Hamilton on 173. Then it's Russell on 170. Alonso 126, Bottas 92, Ocon 85, Ricciardo 58, Norris 55. And yeah, no form for McLaren at all this week. They've been looking a bit better in recent races, so that is a major disappointment for McLaren here at Suzuka. The constructors, Red Bull 532. That's basically there for them, isn't it? Ferrari 348, Mercedes 343. So it really is so close between them. Alpine 211, McLaren 113, and Alfa Romeo only 6 behind them again now. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Take care.